And now our character leans when turning in place, and also when strafe walking and turning while running, he will also lean a bit to the left and the right on additive animations, right? Okay, for this example, we're going to add leaning to our movement. So right now, if we are running forward, we do not lean. And it would be really nice if we could do some leaning while moving. So what we need is to find all the leaning animations in the pack by hitting lean. I already made copies of those leaning animations, and I named the copies _additive. So I got those 4. And inside those additive copies, once you open them, I just change additive settings to mesh space, selected animation scaled, and for the walking leaning, I selected walk forward, and for the run leaning, I selected run forward. Nothing more to it. Let's save. Let's go back into our animation graph. And now if we go here into locomotion and we go here, we want to do this. We want to use a blend space that we don't really have yet. So let's make one. And we go into animation, and what we are aiming at is an additive blend space. So instead of adding additive blend space, we can just use aim offset. We select our skeleton and we call it additive leaning blend space. This is really a name offset. So okay, what we want is on the horizontal will be lean. It will go from -3 to 3. So it's the leaning value. And on the vertical axis, we want to have velocity, or even forward velocity, because we want leaning only to work when we are moving forward, and we want to start when it hits at least 120, let's say, and end at 360. The blend will be 4, so same as our aim, not 0.4 but 4, same as our basic blend space. And okay, now on here on forward we just need 1, and here we need, well, just 2 really. Yeah. Okay, so we take our leaning animations and now we just take them here into our blend space, and this is the run, and this is, which one did I take? Okay, left. So left is positive value, so we have to drag it here. And now right run, we go back here, it's negative value. And now we take walk additive, and this is left, so it is here on the bottom. And the last one is this one, so right additive, and it's on the bottom here. So if you look here, this is how it looks like. If our preview base pose is run forward, so you can see that even the walking leans, they look pretty well. And you can see that there's just a slight lean when we are not turning that very fast. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's just use this. And there's nothing more really to set up here, I think. Interpolation time. Yeah, this is just basic. Okay, we go here and we just say additive leaning. And we just want to use aim offset additive leaning. And animations need to be additive to be part of an aim offset, otherwise the aim offset would not display any preview. Okay, and we now need to find lean as a value, and we need to find forward velocity in our movement. Okay, compile, save. Okay, and this happens. So what we can also do is change the alpha based on our forward velocity. So map range clamped, and let's say that our forward velocity need to be at least 50 up to 360 to be between 0 and 1. And let's compile and let's try it out. So now if I am running forward, I am leaning, but it's not really perfect yet. Okay, it's not very smooth, and it acts a bit weird on sometimes. So what we might want to do is change interpolation speed to 0.2 here on the lean, and make sure that the minimum forward velocity to even see anything is 180. Okay, save. Let's test it again. Okay, we're going to change this alpha based on our lean value right now. So if lean absolute value is map range clamped between 1 and 3, we want our out to be between 0 and 1. Let's hit this as alpha, play. Okay, it's going back a bit fast. Okay, that looks ridiculous. Let's see, show collision. What if we take our lean and we make it not so excessive? Let's divide it by 3, for example, and push it here into lean and see how it will look like right now. Nah, it's not better. Let's work on this alpha a bit more. So if lean is in this range, maybe here we can do something like this. And let's see. Yeah, it's actually not bad. Let's disable the aim offset for now to see if it's not interfering somehow. Not really. do this, and let's see. Nope. Let's change it back to 0. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Okay, so we got this. I think those animations are the actual problem. Like if we are using just walk leaning, okay, let's try it. If we divide our speed by half, we'll be using only our 180 values at the tops, so the leaning should be less excessive. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So now the character does lean, but he's using the walking leaning only, which is not as excessive. You can still see him leaning, but he's doing it in more a subtle way. Okay, so we can maybe increase it a bit to use just slightly of those run leaning, but I think they don't blend very well, so that might be the cause of it. Let's change interpolation time to 0. Yeah, they're not working very well. So if I would make a pick, I would actually redo it as 1D leaning blend space. I would just use leaning for walking like this, because they just, I think, blend a lot better and they're not as excessive as those leans. Okay, so we can just do this and say clamp and say that maximum is 180. Hit play. And now our character leans when turning in place, and also when strafe walking and turning while running, he will also lean a bit to the left and the right on additive animations right now. Yeah, so this is how you use states, and this is how you can use different variables from the parameter sets inside the anim graph to do, for example, leaning and turning place.